we could talk about your wild story.
What?
That's somewhat Valentine's Day related.
Okay.
Because this is crazy.
It is crazy.
Right?
Some would say it's wild.
Of course, I'm talking about Blake Lively's epic movie, It Ends With Us.
Ends with us.
It's so much drama. Obviously, if you're not following that on TikTok, the long story short of it is the star and the director of it have been clashing over this incredibly mid movie. And the reason why it relates to Leah here is because you are actually part of the case.
I sure am. I am in 3 of the lawsuits between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively.
It's time to get wild.
That was wild.
Welcome to That Was Wild. I'm Adam Macias, and this episode is going to be wild.
Oh, it's good to see.
This is the show where we celebrate the wild sides of life, and this episode is just no exception because we got so many wild things we're celebrating. It's our Valentine's Day episode. Happy Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day week for all you lovers. You single fucks out there trying to get your fuck on, all you galentining, and all you married people desperately realizing, oh fuck, I gotta go do something this week, and all you people in happy relationships being like, duh, Adam, it's not until actually like 7 days from now, you fucking person just looking for a theme on your podcast, tighten it up. Okay, but anyways, welcome to the show. This is a very fun episode of That Was Wild. I got a very special guest. She is a comedian phenom. You've seen her all over TikTok. She's just out here on these stand-up clubs, just performing all over town in Los Angeles. Probably the world coming soon. It's Leah Knauer, everybody.
Wow. I love coming in hot on the intro saying, fuck you, single people.
And we have a very combative relationship.
I like that.
with my listeners and followers.
I really like that. Hostility is a great place to start a relationship.
Yes. That's typically what I learned from my dad. That is true.
Okay. Yeah.
But thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome to the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the That Was Wild studio. I was telling you before the show, we were not recording in here for a few weeks, and now we're back. This is
it's gorge.
Thank you so much. I was telling you too, I liked the microphone stands from last week. How are you enjoying them?
I am loving this microphone stand. Are you #sponsored by Gator Frameworks?
Okay, well, we're going to bleep that.
Okay.
They're not sponsoring us, though I would love it. Any sponsor at this point, I don't give a shit. I'll be sponsored by 2 sticks at this. A tree, a tree that just wants to hold some stands, a microphone stand. That would be great.
Wow, you could just record in a park.
That would, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Sponsored by Earth.
The sponsor, #Earth sponsors us, though I heard she's going out of business soon.
Oh, no. Out of business sale. Damn.
It's a fire sale.
Fire sale? Fuck.
Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. Is this a real Mona Lisa?
Yes.
The one?
It's the real Mona Lisa. The single one. And actually, I think I have the U.S. Constitution somewhere.
Oh, good for you.
That is the real one.
You stole it from Nicolas Cage.
I stole it from Nicolas Cage.
Good.
It does have a map on it.
I knew it.
And you know it's leading to?
What?
Truth and justice.
Wow.
And the American way.
Wow.
We lost it though, so that explains a lot.
We did lose it.
But I'm talking about you. Thanks so much for coming on the show. Quick question: what would you describe your act as comedy? Would you say it as impressionist? Would you say as musical comedy? What would you describe it?
I like how you described it. Comedic phenom.
Comedic
I think
phenom.
that just really gets it.
A whirlwind of comedic.
Prowess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I like that. That's great.
How do I describe it? Yeah, it's like part impressions, part stand-up jokes, but mostly musical improv.
Yeah, really.
Because I did like stand-up, quote unquote, your typical stand-up for like 8 years, and I got really bored. I got really bored of like telling the same jokes and pretending like they're new every night.
Yeah, it's
And
hard.
so it's like, I'm a musical theater kid. How can I keep it
Yeah.
fun and fresh and tap into that side of
Yes.
myself?
Yeah.
And then it's like so much more fun now that I'm doing musical improv as part of my act.
Musical improv is so dang fun.
It's so fun. And you've done it.
I did. It's actually how I started doing improv. I started doing improv normal, and then the first improv team, I guess, was in musical improv, and which
it's
is
the best way to start because you have to commit.
It's 100%.
Then once you did regular improv, you were
Yes.
probably like, "Oh, this is so easy."
No,
Okay, maybe not.
Is it weird that none of them were easy
That's
or
fair.
good at the
That's
beginning?
fair.
But I know I think it's automatically you get a leg up with musical improv because you're just already playing a talent.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
you're showing up with a prop and you're doing a song, so you get a little bit of like magic with it. But I was in a musical improv group called Smooch.
Oh.
It was a rock band musical improv where
that's
we all
fun.
played instruments.
Wait, that's so cool.
Yes, but it was cool. It was a very interesting concept. It was also also a podcast. It was my first podcast as well.
Did you also do scenes or was it just songs?
It was a crazy concept. So
Yeah,
we
that's
did
cool.
we did songs based off of your favorite album of ours. So we'd be like, "Hey, what's your favorite album of ours?" As if we were like a famous band.
Yes.
The famous band Smooch.
Yeah.
And we just kind of improvised from there.
That's so fun.
I played a character named Starlight.
Of course.
You could find this podcast. It's called La 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 Land. There was a lot of conflicting
La La
ideas.
Land?
Yes, conflicting ideas. Shout out to Drew Hellenthal who shot out the idea. But me and Clem Darling, who's been on the show before, we thought we were kind of rocking it for a little while, and it's actually kind of weirdly how wild this show kind of came about and stuff like that. But all that to say, I've improvised some songs in front of people, and actually,
so
it's
fun.
kind of my favorite party trick.
Oh, really?
Do you like doing that? Do you ever like
At parties?
busting it out at parties?
People try to make me do it.
Really?
But I don't know.
You don't like doing it?
I don't know.
It's I guess it's like your job, right?
Partly that, but it's like you have to want it.
Okay.
I don't know.
I like meaning like you have to want it or the party likes to
The
do
party has to want it.
it. Okay.
I don't know.
I feel like do you find yourself at like parties where people don't want to necessarily? I guess you're like at like entertainer parties,
Right.
I'm at normie parties.
Oh, okay.
So
So they would love it.
like
yeah.
like when I'm at a normie party, I'm like, oh, fucking
Watch
this
this.
shit, and it crushes every time.
That's so funny.
Crushes every time.
Wow.
It's the best. I mean, just like as if it would at a stand-up show
Oh,
or whatever,
totally.
because it's like you got the magic of music already. You're a guitar guy. Okay, that's a leg up. There's a reason why guitar guy is a fucking stereotype.
Yep.
Right? But then you got rapper who
Uh-huh.
free flow, like flowing rapper on top of it. Pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's if a rapper could beatbox at the same time, they'd be unstoppable.
That would be very impressive.
Right. That's essentially what you do. Essentially.
I do not beatbox while I rap at the same time, but I wish that is a skill I hope to do.
Who do you get to accompany with?
I have two go-to guys,
Okay.
Branson Nijame, who's so talented on the keys,
Okay.
and then Drew Horton on the guitar.
Who I know through back in the day.
Yeah.
We used to improvise a million years ago.
Yeah.
And do you play instruments at all?
I don't. I mean, I used to play the piano. I can play the piano, but I'm not good. It's really hard to play and sing at the same time. I don't have that skill yet.
It is hard.
It's really hard.
But you're a really good singer.
Thank you.
And it is one of those things with like my wife's a really good singer.
Cool.
When you're like a good singer, it's like, it's like, oh well, yeah, like
That's my thing.
just focus on
Yeah.
that. Just do that.
Yeah.
Well, you were
And you play guitar.
I play guitar.
Okay.
I do sing, but I'm not good at either of them. But
Electric, acoustic. I see both up.
Yeah,
So,
I kind of do. I went to music school, so I kind of do like
Wow.
they made me do everything.
Cool.
But so going back to your like origin story of that all, so
Mm-hmm.
you did the impressions and you did the kind of clicked into the musical improv.
Mhm.
You were telling me before, like once you did that, that's when it was like
Things changed. Yeah.
the world changed for you.
Truly.
How
It's been like a year and a half of just like things changed. Because I think it's something different. It's engaging. It's interactive. And I think you can feel that I'm having so much fun on stage.
Right. That's what people want.
Yes.
They just want you. They want to watch other people have fun. They want to party, you know?
I don't see myself as like a quote unquote stand-up comedian. I see myself as a comedic performer.
Yes.
And I don't really care if like stand-up comics judge me for that, because it's like, I just want people to be having a fun time.
Right.
I don't really care about like, oh, she's a musical comic, like whatever it is. Like, I don't care. I just want to make an audience laugh.
You've done my show,
Mm-hmm.
and it was an awesome.
It was really fun.
It was so fun because I would describe it as more of an old school kind of like, it is a comedic experience.
Oh,
like as if
yes.
I would imagine and I don't mean this like, my thought is we are on a cruise or something like that, or we're in Vegas or something like that.
Okay.
And you had a feather boa on, right?
Yes.
Your feather boa,
Mhm.
and you're laying on a piano, even though there was no piano.
Yes.
You're lounge singing it up, and you're comedically talking to the audience. It's all comedy the whole time, but it's also, it's not just like jokes, it's not like talking about being married,
Right.
it's different.
You 1000% get the vibe.
Yes.
Because that is my dream ultimately, is to like do costume changes and
Yes.
to lounge on a piano
Ah.
and just like, feathers, glitter.
Mhm.
I always wear pink
Yes.
or sparkles on stage. And that also is why my career kind of really took off too. Is like for so long doing stand-up, I was wearing jeans and like flannels and sneakers, which was not me.
Oh, really?
Because I felt like I needed to like be one of the guys.
Yeah, be one of the stand-ups.
And I've never been that. But then once I was like, oh, what if I just was fully me, which is girly girl, feathers, pink sparkles. And then it's like, it gives me confidence and it feels powerful to show up in these male-dominated spaces being like fully femme and not apologetic about it.
Hell yeah. And then, obviously just, it helps to stand out and be different and not just be a white dude talking about your dick.
Yeah. And not being different, trying to be different, being different because I am different.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
And just, the musical, it's always good, especially as a booker too. It's just like, you want to be, you just want somebody like, oh, that's going to be a different person just to throw in the show.
And
for
energy.
Sure. Yes.
I can't not bring energy because I have to commit to what I do.
Yeah. And
otherwise it's bad.
100%.
Yeah.
It's just a great thing. But
Thank
then
you.
let's talk about your impressions too.
Yeah.
You do great impressions.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
thank you. I don't know. Can I agree with that? I'm like, yes.
Yes,
I
you.
do.
No, well, TikTok would agree, right?
Thank you.
You have a good amount of following on for your impressions. So some would say you have a world-renowned impressions, I guess, but you're very famous. You're very known.
Let's just keep it there. You're very famous.
You're very famous, period. End of show. Good catch.
Thanks
Got
for
any
having me.
plugs?
I'm very
We'll
famous.
See you later. You're very well known for your Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's good to see you. What, I heard you have a great Jennifer Coolidge impression. Let's hear it.
Oh, stop. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
come on.
Okay, hold on. I put too much pressure on myself now. Okay. All
Let's
right.
have a Coolidge off.
Okay. Wow. Oh, wow. The gays are after me.
Oh, the gays.
Oh, wow.
They're always trying to kill me.
It's the wrong type of BLM.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
Wait, say more. What does that mean?
It's from the show,
Oh.
the BLM, when the guy she was in love with, she thought the guy worked for BLM.
Oh, wow.
But it was the Bureau of Land Management.
You're starting to sound like Joe Biden.
Yeah, I'm sorry. See, we were talking.
The slippery slope.
No. Come on, man.
That's so funny.
That's what we were saying too. Of like, I could never be a better Jennifer
Sure.
Coolidge because I will never have the female register.
Uh-huh.
But I think I love her.
It was good.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yep.
It's that wow.
Oh,
But
wow.
you're right. There is that. Biden does have that.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because Dana Carvey does like wow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And Kyle Dunnigan
And Owen,
does Joe Biden really well too.
Owen Wilson's also that
Uh-huh.
like wow.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Wow. I can do Owen, but it's only the quiet Owen. I can't really go because the male register, I can't do it. But but I can do the whisper.
Oh,
I think
wow.
it's really great.
Yeah.
Like it's really exciting. I think you're great. Man.
Yeah, that's good. But since it's Valentine's Day,
Yes.
I wanted to ask Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh.
What are her Valentine's Day plans? Does she have any?
Wow. What are my Valentine's Day plans? I have a bottle of Chianti
Oh,
and a vibrator.
what?
And I'm going to stick both of them up my ass.
What? Both of them?
At the same time.
What? You don't have any significant others that you're going to celebrate with, Jennifer?
My significant other is Jose Cuervo. Oh.
Are you going to go anywhere special, maybe? Treat yourself to like a vacation of
Oh,
some
no. I don't like to leave the house. That's my special treat.
Where are you living these days?
Oh, in a hole.
In a hole? That's where your bottle lives too.
I'm living in my own asshole. Lost the plot a little bit at the end.
No. That's good. That's good. Now I want you to do the same plot line, but with
Okay.
Julie Andrews.
Okay, wow.
No, okay, but you do lots of impressions.
Oh, yes. That was wild. It's Julie Andrews. Adam, this is just wonderful.
Now Julie Andrews is a brave impression
Yeah.
because that
She's iconic.
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 But Hills Are Alive,
Yes.
right?
With the sound of music.
With the Sound of Music. What other stuff we're talking from her?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
That's right. That's right. We're
Spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down.
and what? So what?
Lost it.
What is she? What is she doing for Valentine's Day?
Oh, well, what am I doing? I'm spending time with my niece, the Princess of Genovia.
Oh, right. Which is Anne Hathaway, right?
No, it is insert name here. I can't remember her name in the movie.
I think it was Anne Hathaway, but or the woman who played. Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
The actress.
That's right. She wasn't.
But it's a real person to me.
Yes, it's totally, exactly.
God, what is the character's name?
It was Princess.
It was Princess Diary.
Yeah. Princess Diaries was her name.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. She was in that. That's one of. But
yeah.
one of my. This is a great impression because I don't think enough people do this.
Okay.
Anna Faris.
Ooh. Whoa. Where am I? Okay. I have a microphone in front of me.
Oh
What am I supposed to say?
Do you know where you are right now, Anna?
Who are you? Okay.
I don't think there's any ghosts here, just so you know.
I was in Scary Movie a few times. And Mom, which was even scarier.
I gotta ask you a question. How did you and Chris meet each other?
Chris Pratt?
Chris Pratt, yeah.
I'm not allowed to talk about that anymore.
Really? Did he make you sign an NDA?
Oh, yeah.
A posthumous NDA?
He's an asshole.
Really? Wow, really? So good.
Thank you.
So good.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know, it's actually one of those ones with Anna Faris.
Uh-huh.
It's one of those voices. Actually, I think she's kind of verging on like Steve-O these days now.
Tell me more.
Like she's got a little bit of gravel, you know, like ooh, like she's been through a few things. That's like because she had a podcast for a while.
Oh
I think.
yeah.
And it's like when you listen to her, I would listen to her voice. And I'm like, oh yeah, no,
I love her.
She's the best.
She needs to be in more movies. What is happening?
I know.
She's so House Bunny.
House Bunny.
So funny.
Hilarious movie. That should have been like a branch of her.
Yes.
But I don't know what happened there.
She's so funny.
So funny. That was great though.
Thank you.
So
Thank
amazing.
you.
But I mean, Valentine's Day is coming up, and people be crazy.
People be crazy.
So shall we get into the wild things happening in the world?
Yes.
All right. I've curated some of the craziest things happening in the world
Okay, I'm so excited.
right now, and people be doing a lot of crazy stuff for
People
love.
be wild.
People be wild for love. Like, for instance, a UK woman charged with harassment after cyber farting at her boyfriend's ex.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Cyber farting?
Let's read the story. Okay, so
And she got charged?
she got charged and convicted, I believe.
Damn, how bad is your flatulence to get charged?
That's through the airways. Zeros and ones. Turns out there's some twos as well.
Nice.
In a court case I love this suit. Okay. In a court case that is being described as the first of its kind.
Go girl, trendsetter.
A UK woman has been prosecuted for cyber farting after bombarding her partner's ex with purely malicious videos of herself farting. Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yes, I'm on her side. What?
You're on her side immediately.
Yes.
You're immediately.
I'm like, what did he do?
What
he did something to deserve this.
Well, wait, her partner's ex. So no, it's not
You're sending partners
to to another woman.
Okay.
To like, hey, get off of my. He's
the
my man now,
hell?
right?
Okay.
So have you ever done anything?
Ever done that?
Have you ever?
Wait,
okay.
Is
Well,
this the article about me? Can we scroll down? Is it my name?
Let's see.
Leah Knauer.
Knauer. No.
Damn.
Have you ever? Okay, one. I know men do this all the time. I have friends who just farts in their phones and send it to me all the time.
Really?
I've never
voice note or video?
voice
I
notes.
feel like there's a very clear distinction.
Video is crazy.
Video is crazier.
Yeah, like are we getting like what
cheeks?
What are we getting?
What are we
That's like an OnlyFans content right there.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's the payback right there.
Totally.
Throw this up
That's
on
a business. That's an
OF.
entrepreneur.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Have you ever done anything to and you don't have to admit it if you don't want to. Have you ever done anything to a boy, like I guess a partner's ex out of
to a
spite,
partner's ex?
to like
Never
get them to push off, like
no,
get out of here.
No. Once an ex is an ex, like I've never I don't care about
to
their
get
ex
them
or
to
partner.
get. What about?
Have you?
No,
I don't want them back.
No, but I was one time in high school. I was hanging out with my friends, and my friend Lane's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
They had just gotten together, and they fucking hated his ex-girlfriend. And we were all hanging out with her friends and their friends, and they were just like, "Let's go shit on her porch."
All of you?
No, just her.
Okay.
They were like, "Julie, let's go shit on her porch."
Was it Julie Andrews?
Yeah, it was.
I'm going to shit on his doorstep.
A spoonful of laxative makes them.
That's good.
But yeah, like it was crazy, and it's like I told the story last week of like I'm just around these people that just like do crazy shit sometimes.
Oh my
It's like,
gosh.
but yeah, like. We did it. It became like a heist. We took multiple cars. We were like casing the joints.
This was like a heist.
It was like a heist.
Were you in black like ski masks?
We might as well have been. We were like casing the joint, and yeah, like there was women there. I was like, like oh, it's like time to like, like we were like, I don't know, like maybe and trying to impress, I guess, or like whatever. it was a chance to be naughty around and do some rambunctious shit.
Sure,
right?
Literally.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna do some rambunctious shit.
Yeah.
But
also, what's the prep for this? How do you guarantee that you defecate?
Well, that's the thing. So all of that, she couldn't muster it up. She couldn't perform.
Performance anxiety.
She had performance anxiety. So she apparently went back multiple times, couldn't do it. Oh, she came back. She's like, I only managed to pee.
Oh, that's nothing.
I know. And it's like, but it's just
that's
like
sterile. That's not even like
to all that to ultimately end up
pee.
to pee. So weird.
She
so
tried.
weird.
She tried.
But and then just analyzing the compulsion of it too. Of like, so we did all that. We took multiple cars.
Yeah.
We talked
but no one thought
it.
about like, okay, how are we going to actually poop?
It's just exactly the idea of it. Like we're just, and the idea of too of like you're fine with your boyfriend watching you take a shit.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that part.
Crazy.
Oh, my gosh.
It was some crazy
Are
shit.
they still together?
No. And she was Mormon too. It was a wild
Wow.
stuff, supposedly. It was
Okay.
bonkers
Oh,
times.
well, that's why she couldn't poop. She didn't have coffee.
Yeah, that's true.
That's it.
You got it.
I got it.
That's totally
Figured it
true.
out.
That's totally true. So you've never done anything
I've
to
never
like
done
an
anything.
ex or like
No.
have you ever lurked on like an Instagram? You're like,
Oh.
what the fuck is this dude doing these days?
1,000%.
Okay.
Yeah. Why is it so satisfying? And why is their life always worse without you?
Because we were the
Because,
best things
hello.
that ever were.
Oh, yeah.
It's have you ever seen an ex that actually legitimately has been like better off without
Yes.
you?
Oh, wait. Better off.
Better off.
Oh, no.
Why is that the case though? Because is it or
Maybe we date bad
bad
people.
people? Or is it maybe that what's
Yeah.
yeah
And also, how are they
how-
looking at me?
yeah how bad is it? Yeah, part of me does think like, well, all of my success is just out of spite, so all my exes see me
Ah,
with millions of views.
I
right?
so relate.
Yeah.
Spiteful success is my motivator.
I literally was like, okay, I might cut this, but I literally was like, wasn't feeling motivated to like create stuff. And
Today
then
or in
I, like,
general?
just within the last couple weeks, I wonder
Uh-huh.
why.
Yeah, right.
And I like did check on some people that I'm not exactly fans of.
Okay.
And they hadn't been doing stuff, and then they recently started putting. I was like, well, I better get back at it.
Oh, shit. And here we are.
And here we are,
Creating.
Here we are, trying to go viral.
Making a
again.
podcast.
It's just like it's fun. I was like, damn, I am fucked up. Like,
No, you're a comedian.
yeah,
It's a prerequisite.
It's yeah. But so yeah, no, that's good that you're not.
No, I'm pretty healthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Surprisingly.
For a comedian.
For a comedian.
That's because
Yeah.
you have the music therapy in your act.
I don't think that's why. No, I don't know. Once someone's an ex, I'm like, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get out of here.
Yeah.
You shut it off.
Yeah.
You shut it off.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
block your exes?
No, because how else would I stalk them?
That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe on a lurker account.
No,
No.
it's on mine, but I don't follow.
Yeah.
I actually think I got blocked.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Because the last time that I tried to look, I couldn't find anything.
That's always a.
Oh, and get this. Oh my
Okay.
God. My ex, my really bad ex, is
Uh-huh.
now a therapist.
Ugh.
I know.
And
And he was like toxic.
But that does make sense though, because therapists
Does
I've
it?
heard like are fucked up.
I know.
That anybody can just be a therapist.
I know. And
They
it's
don't-
weird when you realize that.
They don't take tests.
I know.
They really don't.
Well, I think don't they?
They don't. There's not like a bar exam.
Oh,
you know what I
that's
mean?
true.
I don't. You
There
know
is
what I mean?
like certification, but you're right. Yeah.
There needs to be like the same test that like to analyze if you're a psychopath.
Yes.
You should check to see if you're like you've been like in a toxic relationship.
Yes.
Or something.
I wish it was like a wedding where they're like, does anyone contest to this person becoming a therapist? And then I would show and be like, yeah, I got a list. Isn't that funny? When I found that, I was like, oh my God, the person who needs a therapist the most
That's so funny.
is now one.
We here now pronounce John as a therapist. I don't know.
I object.
I object. He gaslit me constantly.
They're like, oh, you'd make a perfect therapist then.
I'm pretty sure he was attracted to my sister. That's so funny. So crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, let's watch this video real quick
Okay.
because this is actually
Is this the farting video?
this is the farting video.
Now, this next story is a bit of a blast, literally. A woman in Wales has faced court after bombarding her boyfriend's ex with videos of herself passing wind. 25-year-old Rhiannon Evans pleaded guilty to harassment in Britain's first ever cyber farting case.
Okay, I just want to say like the blasting.
News anchors love that
They
shit. They're
love
like,
that
how can
shit.
I put a pun in here about this gruesome murder or whatever it is?
I'm convinced all newscasters want to be like comedians.
A comedian?
Yeah.
I could I agree with that.
They all want to be like joke writers for Fallon.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to this.
Wait.
Is what?
We don't get to see the actual video?
Oh, I don't think they show it. I think
Oh,
it's
that
like,
was it?
I think it's like. Let's see.
Bummer, I got excited.
Yeah, I think it's like evidence. I think actually she must show like cheek.
wow.
Yeah, I think she must show some like something.
I love that she's
natty.
from Wales because her ass was wailing too.
She'd make some whale sounds.
Yeah.
She's showing blowhole for sure.
Yes.
All right, let's move on to this next one. This is a legitimately crazy story.
Okay.
Please remain seated. Please remain seated. Return to your seats immediately on left.
Okay, so what we're seeing is a chaotic flight of a woman kind of filming behind her. It says, "Welcome to the most chaotic flight ever."
We're helping the flight attendants actively right now. Thank you so much. We're landing, and we will be by momentarily collecting trash items. Thank you.
All right, so there's people waving. Cut to duct tape and buckling.
Yeah, what was going on?
And then so this guy's standing up.
He was inspired too. You could feel the gusto with when he was like, "This is it."
So, on top of this guy, some chaos. This dude just stood up and proposed to his girlfriend in the middle of the flight after a flight.
Neck pillow still on.
And the sincerity in his
What?
voice.
I know.
I can zoom in on this.
And
fucking-
2 rows back, the guy is duct taped to a chair. She
And
said
this-
yes.
And the continuation of the duct tape.
This is poetic about life. It's like 2 things can be happening at the same time.
Totally.
Chaos and being duct taped to a chair,
There's-
and also real true love.
Yeah. There's chaos and love can happen simultaneously.
Why was this the moment where he was like, "This is it"?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that in this story, let's see. Okay, so somebody did actually manage to find some background on it. So a determined boyfriend proposed to his girlfriend on a chaotic flight with unruly passengers duct taped beside him. All right, dubbed the most chaotic flight ever, cabin crew members were forced to duct tape a petulant airplane passenger to a seat while a separate, presumably freaked out flyer popped the question to his now fiance. All right, it was filmed by Mesa Barberino, Florida-based content creator. Love it. Gotta love it from Florida.
Gotta love it.
Raising tea. All right. Let's see.
What did this guy do to get duct taped
I
too?
know.
I need to know that.
Wild man, head to toe in tape.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow, a groped two.
Oh,
She revealed that the unnamed
ew.
aggressor allegedly groped two female flight attendants. Oh my god.
And punched a male attendant.
Oh my god.
What?
And then that's what inspired the guy. So he punched the guy, groped 2 women, and the guy was like, "You know what? Now's the time."
Nothing says romance like that.
Is this how you would want to get proposed to?
Absolutely not.
Do you see yourself getting married ever
I do.
in the future?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this how would you react if you got
I would say
proposed
no.
to?
I would say, hell no. What are you doing? Like, really? I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life. It is kind of a funny story, but also it's not because he literally sexually assaulted women. How did you propose? Was it like this?
Yeah, it was just like this. This would be the worst. I couldn't imagine. See, that's the thing. I couldn't imagine this because for me, I took my wife out to a private dinner and I proposed to her privately.
Cute.
Little did I know that my proposal was spoiled
No.
by my wife's mother-in-law.
No.
Or my wife's mom, because I had asked for her hand in
Yeah.
marriage.
Yeah.
And apparently didn't even wait until they left the parking lot to call Kate and was like, "Hey, you should go get your nails done."
That's the most obvious thing.
Yes.
Aww.
You should go get your nails done. She's like, "Why?" And she's like, "You're going on that trip with Adam this weekend. You should get your nails done."
No.
Yeah.
Where it's like they weren't even trying.
She wasn't even trying. Oh yeah, she totally, and everybody was pissed. Everybody was pissed.
Oh.
But I proposed to her twice.
Okay.
Actually.
Okay, good.
So what happened was the ring didn't fit, so we mailed it back in.
Okay.
And so her dad did me a solid,
Mhm.
which was the ring. We went on another trip. Her dad picked up the ring. I told her like, "Oh, it's gonna be gone forever." Her dad dropped it off at my house secretly
Mm-hmm.
on this trip. we went to dinner. I had gotten the ring. I gave the ring to the restaurant, one of our favorite restaurants. They put it in the champagne.
Cute.
Dropped it off in the champagne.
Oh, that's cute.
Surprised her. I was like, and it was a sushi place. They made all the sushis out in hearts and all that good stuff.
Good job.
And I surprised her. And it was cool because like everybody at the restaurant, even the chefs were like, "Did she say yes? Did she say yes?" And yeah, it was like nice. And
cute.
it was cool because her dad like obviously felt bad about it and stuff like that. But
what was the time between?
It was about 2 weeks, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was like. Yeah.
And when she said yes the first time, did she tell you after you proposed that she already knew? Okay.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, because there was also a weird thing. She was like texting because she had apparently thought I was gonna propose at dinner and she's like, it was like she thought I was like faking her out or something like that, and she apparently thought like, oh, I guess he's not gonna propose or something, and then this was a crazy thing. So I proposed at this Airbnb, and the Airbnb there were people staying at this Airbnb the night before. They had to get the cops called on them because they refused to leave. And there was such a commotion that apparently somehow that the kids broke their arm or something like that. We showed up.
You should have showed up then and proposed.
I should have done it.
You're like, this is it. We're going to die.
Actually, legitimately, this is actually funny because I kind of did do this because I showed up and the woman was crying over the sink.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was like the woman who owned the house was crying over the sink, like, "Oh my God, I'm just never gonna fucking rent a camp."
No.
We just walked into it and was like, "Hey, what's going on?" And then she's like, "Oh, hi, you're Adam." And I had already spoken to her about like, "Hey, I'm going to propose this weekend." She's like, "No, yeah, it's going to be fine. It's going to be beautiful. Yeah, no, it's going to be great. Yeah, no, we're going to leave the house. No, it's just all these people. Oh God, it's going to be like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." It was so crazy.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, "Are you like," and I was like, "I need to propose. Like, don't fuck this up."
Yeah.
Little did I know it was already ruined and all that shit. Yeah, it was so crazy. Actually, yeah, totally.
Funny.
It was the same shit.
It was the same thing.
Fucking had to duct tape these people. But, well, this is crazy. Shout out to that guy. We need to find out more.
We need to know more. I'm sure he has a TikTok.
Yeah, right? Where's his tell-all, man?
Where's his story time?
And they were going to Fiji.
Oh, wow.
So he could have proposed in Fiji. What the hell?
Oh, my gosh. That's crazy.
Well, this is going to be our final one. It's going to be our feel good story of this truck. This is a different sort of love. Man and his dog. A man was reunited with his lost dog after 8 years.
Wow.
This is actually pretty crazy. An Arizona man says his story is the reason why you should never give up hope. Paul Gilbert's dog, Damien, has been missing since 2017, but a phone call a few weeks ago changed both of their lives. The phone call was from an unlisted number that Paul says he was sure from a scammer, but it wasn't a scam. It was from the American Kennel Club saying someone has found his lost dog, Damien, in Oklahoma.
Oh my God.
Paul and Damien are now back together, reunited after 8 years apart. But let's go back to the beginning. Paul was walking Damien outside when Damien got off his leash and ran away so fast. They were driving from Massachusetts to Arizona during a cross-country trip. Damien got off the leash during the trip. They searched everywhere. Paul says, but they had to leave during the trip just to go home.
Yeah.
So they lost him during the trip.
Aww.
But he never gave up hope.
He really didn't want to move to Arizona.
Yeah.
I get it.
He's more of a,
it's hot.
It's a dry heat for sure.
Yeah. He's a fucking Boston dog.
That's so shout out to that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. That's also so crazy.
8 years.
8 years. And no one like checked the chip? How was it that long that no one figured it out?
I mean, 8 years ago, Boston dog probably didn't even have a chip.
Well, but then how did they figure out that this was?
It must have had a chip. Yeah, must have had a chip. So I'm wondering. So have you ever? Shout out to my little frog Sammy, who I lost 10 years ago.
Frog?
My little frog Sammy.
A literal frog.
A little tiny frog, little fire belly frog. Who I'm I'm sure is still alive and definitely not.
Definitely still alive.
Who my mom said was lost and definitely didn't die.
Not run over by a car.
Definitely not. Yeah. Shout out to my frog, Sammy.
Absolutely not.
And I'm sure he's still alive. This made me believe in hope for you, Sammy.
I love that.
I hope you're still out there.
Sammy's out there for you.
What about you? Do you have any lost animals that maybe?
Lost is in dead, yes.
Oh, okay.
But all the other ones we still have them.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Lost animals.
But that's our feel good story of the wild things happening in the world.
Wild.
It's truly crazy.
Cray.
Crazy times. All right. Well,
Can I ask you a question?
Oh yeah.
What is the wildest story you've heard on this podcast from a guest?
I mean, we've had people in cults.
Wow.
3 cults.
Wow.
We've had people who woke up in Japan after a night of drinking, who were not in Japan the night before.
Oh my God.
I mean, it just runs the gambit, you know.
I love it.
Runs the gambit. But we could talk about your wild story.
What?
That's somewhat Valentine's Day related.
Okay.
Because this is crazy.
It is crazy.
Right?
Some would say it's wild.
Some would say it's fucking wild.
It's wild.
So Valentine's Day related. It's a very, people are looking for love stories these days.
I'm excited to see the correlation here.
A little love movie. You can maybe, a flower. It's very floral.
Mm-hmm.
Go with your girlies.
Mm-hmm.
A movie you could cuddle with your girlies on. Of course, I'm talking about Blake Lively's epic movie. It Ends With Us.
Ends With Us.
And the drama with Justin Baldoni.
How
I call him
dare
Jason.
you?
I call him Jason.
we're tight like that.
I'm Team Blake. No.
Wow.
No, God.
You're the only one I've met.
Yeah, no. It's so much drama. Obviously, if you're not following that on TikTok, but the long story short of it is, there's the star and the director of it have been clashing over this incredibly mid movie that is now on Netflix. And the reason why it relates to Leah here is because you are actually part of the case.
I sure am. I am in 3 of the lawsuits between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's 3 now.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I made a TikTok that has 8.3 million views on TikTok. And then on Instagram, I think it's about 5 million. So it went really, really viral. I made it very soon, like pretty much immediately after she started doing her very tone deaf. By the way, did you notice I wore my florals?
You wore your florals, girlie.
This is the jacket I wore when I played Blake Lively. So I was like, I feel like I have to wear it.
Yeah.
So I made a video making fun of Blake.
Yes.
And her very tone deaf press interviews for literally a movie about domestic violence. She's promoting her hair care line. She's promoting her alcohol line.
Yes.
And 55% of domestic violence cases are related to alcohol.
Oh my God.
So the fact that she did not have the thought of that is so tone deaf and so crazy. So I don't know what happened on set, but when I made this video, it was just about her press.
And they always buy flowers afterwards after domestic violence.
Of course. And bring your girlies.
I might cut that.
She was,
I don't know.
She was promoting it like it was Barbie.
Yeah, no,
and
totally.
It's like,
yeah, they were trying to do like a Barbenheimer with her boyfriend or her husband's movie.
Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool.
So yeah, now that was back in August or something. So 4 months later, on New Year's Eve, I got a text from a friend and she was like, "Oh my God, you're in the Justin Baldoni lawsuit."
So
the first one I'm in is Justin Baldoni versus New York Times. And it's the same screenshot every time. It's a screenshot of Justin's PR people texting each other, basically saying we didn't do any of this. The content creators are on fire. They're doing it all by themselves. And then you see my fucking face smiling.
Is there a way to look at this online somewhere?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Google Justin Baldoni timeline of events. Because he recently made a website. This is everything.
Holy crap.
And he compiled it all together.
Holy shit.
Which is so crazy. You can read all of I know way too much about this case.
Oh, of course. I mean, you're in 3 of them. You kind of have to be.
So he compiled like everything, all the emails, and it all looks, if you ask me, it all looks very bad, mostly on Blake.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You know, the craziest part about this, it has been like the whiplash of it all,
Yes.
because the PR has been nuts. Like
Yep.
when it first came out, you know, like the internet was very anti Blake.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh, obviously, and then you saw the video of her and just and Piper Posey or whatever
Ooh,
it is,
yeah,
Parker Posey,
Posey.
just being like really mean to that
Mhm.
that. It was like, oh wow, like yeah, that makes sense. Gossip Girl, whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. That's and then the counter lawsuit of Blake
Yep.
accusing it, and everyone was like, oh, hashtag believe all women, right?
Yes.
And it was like, okay, you know what? As a man, I was like, all right, I gotta check that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear her out.
And as a woman, I felt like,
Yeah.
and someone who made fun of her, I felt bad because
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm a feminist. I almost always believe women. And I say almost because sometimes there is nuance.
100%.
And this is like, I do feel like she's kind of trying to use feminism like against
It's so fucked up
him.
because then you see the evidence.
Yep.
And it's like, oh my God, you're a fucking monster.
Yeah. She called it porn, that they were showing her porn on set, but then they showed the actual picture and it was, they were shooting a birth scene and the photo that they were showing was a newborn baby on like the producer's wife, like naked body, but it wasn't like sexual. It wasn't porn.
Yeah, yeah.
And also like about the breastfeeding, she invited him into her trailer.
Right,
so it's like
yeah.
all these things, it's like she twisted the truth
Like
on.
saying you're hot was like
Yes.
literally like, no, like it like literally hot, not like attractive hot.
Well, the word was sexy, unless this is something else
This
that
was
you're talking about.
like literally the word hot that was involved, and
Wow.
it was saying like, no, like literally
Because she's
you're
wearing
burning.
so many fucking layers.
It's like it's hot on set. It was saying.
Wow.
It was like just literally like the maniacal twisting. It was like, this is
how he was like, you
fuck-
look hot?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's like, what? Who talks like this?
Yeah.
To somebody you're like, why are you just trying to destroy this guy?
Well,
And then there's a theory,
Yeah.
right, of like, you know, like she did kind of, this is how she got her man the first time.
okay, I don't believe this. I don't actually think that she
Well,
liked
I
Justin.
think the internet is shipping them. I do think the internet
Want it to be real?
is kind of shipping them.
That's so funny. Do you think that she...
In the same way that I hope, and this is coming out the day after, I think, right? In the same way that I hope that on the Super Bowl, Kendrick Lamar comes out with Drake and they do a secret they do a surprise joint performance
my
together.
gosh.
I hope that secretly this is all just a way to like they're performing a PR stunt in order to get a shitty movie
This
a little bit
is
more extra press.
A very expensive PR stunt, if that is the case.
I mean, his lawsuits are insane. Like the
Oh,
ones that they're $400 million,
Yes.
$200 million,
Yes.
and you are part of the evidence in that.
Yes. It's so crazy. And some people, I think, Blake's team is alleging that I was paid. And I was not. I was not
Yes,
paid.
there we go, right
I
on
was
camera,
not
right
paid.
there, right there.
I would like to be.
Yeah.
Please pay me. Here's my Venmo. It's at Leah Knauer.
Yes,
Same
yes,
as my
yes.
Instagram.
That was the thing they were saying. Like they were saying, lots of the Instagram people were being,
No.
lots of the social media people were getting
I
paid.
made it because of my own 2 eyes and ears.
Yes.
And because I saw the trailer for the movie, and I was like, oh, that looks like a cute movie.
Right.
And I was like, I want to see it. Then I did a little more research on the movie and I saw her press and I was like, oh, it looks so cute. Then I did research on
Yes.
the movie and I was like, oh, why is she marketing it that way?
Yes.
Even if it was Sony, they're claiming that it was Sony's idea. It's like,
Right.
okay, well then that's bad on Sony too.
Right. Just regardless, it just
Yeah.
seems so tone deaf. I mean, recently I've been in the room where some of these upper people have talked about these deal-making procedures.
Mm.
And I can tell you right now, they're fucking morons. They don't have a creative bone in their body. They don't know what they're fucking talking about. So yeah, it's definitely possible that these idiots were doing this.
Yep.
They're just idiots.
But
They're-
I think if you are especially the lead of a movie, you have a responsibility
Oh.
to know like, oh, this could actually, which Justin did.
Oh, right.
This could change people's lives if we give them like the No More organization, if we promote that.
Oh my
Or
God.
like give them a message of hope, which she was trying to do
This
without acknowledging the whole point of the movie.
It seems like such a slam dunk.
Yes.
Like this could have. It seems like such a slam dunk. It boggles my mind. Like in Hollywood now, we got two white people doing a movie about domestic violence in this day and age, post Me Too. We could be slam dunking this into a charity going towards domestic violence.
Yep.
Why the fuck are we talking about vodka and and floral dresses?
Yes.
It's so ridiculous.
It's so out of touch.
It's like it again.
And it's a movie about abuse, and now they have multiple lawsuits about abuse.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the art of this is better than the movie.
I know.
I watched the movie. I was like, this is incredibly mid.
Yeah.
It reminds me. We were talking about it too. It reminds me it looks like a pumpkin spice latte. You know, like
100%.
it looks like the entire movie is wearing a scarf.
Yes.
You know, like
Absolutely.
it's all autumn themed.
Yep.
It's orange. Like
Yes.
it's too comfy. Like it's suffocating me with its tight knit scarf sweater. You know what I'm
She should
saying?
be charged guilty just for the outfits alone. Like, I want to sue her actually
Yes,
for making me look at all that.
100%. She does have terrible style though.
It was bad.
It's
I
very
used
strange.
to really love her style, but
Yeah.
watching this movie was distracting. Also,
Yes,
this is like
yes.
unrelated but related. Also, you're making this character who owns a floral shop. She has like Valentino shoes and like a Louis Vuitton bag. It just felt like Blake
Yeah.
Lively wanted to be Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City, but it's like
Yeah.
you're not playing the character, you're playing Blake Lively
Right.
being a fashionista.
Mhm.
Where it's like, why would she care so much about this floral shop succeeding if she is rich?
Yeah.
If she owns all the stuff. It just
Yeah, yeah.
doesn't, from a character point of view, it just doesn't make sense.
It's also just like the idea of like story devices of
Uh-huh.
like, what's an interesting profession? I don't know. I guess she works at a fucking floral shop.
Right.
I don't know.
And she
She's
didn't
an architect. I don't know.
even,
Fucking
she
know.
didn't even read the book.
Oh,
She didn't even read the book.
I know.
Was she afraid of spoilers? Like you
Well, that's a
You're
thing
making the
actors
movie.
do apparently. Which
not read it?
yes, some actors don't read the text, which I think is a sign of it's going to be bad. Like you could tell
Interesting.
when these things get adaptations.
Mhm.
I think it's just a sign when you don't read it. It's like, well, you're going to make
Yeah.
people upset. Like you're not
Right.
going to be a fan
Not even
of
that it needs
why
to
it was made.
be exact to the
Right.
book, but you need to understand like the themes and the concepts and
Yeah.
like the layers of the character and everything.
I think it's like ultimately like it's being made for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
and that reason is because of
The book
the
readers.
book. Yeah, and like you should just understand that just on a business level, right?
Yeah.
It's just so crazy. Like the same thing with The Witcher and stuff of like,
Oh.
you know, like the creator kind of just like decided to be like, fuck the books. We're changing the
Really?
characters. Like the motivations for like some of the characters were all changed, and it was like, the fans were like, well, she would never do that. She would never do that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So we hate the show now, you know?
Damn.
So
yeah.
it's crazy.
That's the audience who's watching. So if you scroll like all the way down, no, this is the one where my face and name is blocked out. So if you want to show the viewers my actual face, this isn't the document. I don't know why.
Well, probably for your safety or something like that.
Hey, all press is good press. Show my face, baby.
Well, I'll find it and put it in post.
Okay.
So crazy.
I have a
though.
screenshot that I can send to you.
Oh,
so
please.
you
Yeah.
can put it in,
Okay, cool. Yeah, that would be awesome. So general takeaways
Yeah.
from this experience.
Ooh, from being in it?
Yeah, from
Oh,
this.
it's so crazy. Make that content.
You never know.
Post your content. You never know.
Did you
well-
think making that you would somehow end up in
No way.
like it would get to them?
No,
somehow?
because there was no when I made this, there was no inkling of drama on set yet. That wasn't even being talked about.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just of her like red carpet interviews.
Oh, so this was
Yeah.
before.
anything was known.
Wait, so did you post it before like Blake Lively, like the weird interview, like
It was
exposing
before
her?
that.
Whoa.
I think that's why this went so viral because people started to talk about her more and more and more, and then it
so
started.
you
to
were
be in,
before the trend.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
Though. That's awesome.
Thank you.
You picked up on something like people. That's also like a sign though of it too.
Yeah.
Of being like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. So this, and I don't know if you saw, but I had a video called Trump Bible that went really viral. That had like, I think almost 4 million. But that was making fun of how Trump made a Bible, which is very ironic because he's not a godly man.
Yeah.
And I made that day of. And I made this video day of. It was like, I heard the news, immediately my brain, as like a comedian, your brain automatically goes to, how can I make a point while making fun of this? So with both those videos, I made fun of it day of. And I think
it does help.
A takeaway is like, make something as soon as you think of it.
That's what I struggle with. I struggle with like, put it out and I'm like, yeah,
it's hard. It's hard. You got to like trust your idea and then make the time to do it.
Yeah.
But also I want to point out that like literally had she brushed all of this under the rug, just taken the L and publicly publicly apologized and be like, you know what, y'all, I did my research.
Yeah.
I was totally wrong. I was very tone deaf. I'm sorry. This all would not be happening.
Yep.
And maybe they would do a sequel or maybe they would just not work together again. But it's like the fact that she made it into a whole legal thing is I really think it's going to affect both her and Ryan's career long term.
Ryan is fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ryan is getting roped in
Ryan
on this
looks
now
really
too.
bad. Did you see his staged paparazzi?
Yeah, I heard about that too. He's going out there being like doing all this stuff. Like people are shitting on him now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Because people were in love with him again.
Myself included. I've said to Drew so many times, I'm like, they're my favorite celebrity couple. I want to be just like Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of those things where like, I always found it weird to be like, you used to date Scarlett Johansson.
Married
to Scarlett Johansson, dumped her for Blake Lively, and then you like were outwardly like being like, Blake Lively, I've never been more in love with somebody more than my life. I was like, you were married to Scarlett
and cheated
Johansson.
on her with Blake.
What does Blake Lively have?
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? But then the video of Blake being like, to like, oh yeah, we never stopped talking. I'm like, oh, you guys are one of those couples.
Yes.
Yeah. You're
narcissists who love your sound of your voice.
You're fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, I fucking hate you guys
did
now.
Did you see the text of Blake? Their texts are so insane. They text so long, both Ryan and Blake.
Oh wow.
It's like novels when they text like to Justin. But did you see the text where Blake referred to Ryan Reynolds and Miss Taylor Swift? Look, I'm a Swiftie. Don't come for me. But as her dragons.
As the dragons. So crazy.
Who says that?
So crazy. I mean, there's a great joke of like, first off, like, give the dragons a little bit more credit. Dragons are a little bit more tough than fucking Taylor Swift.
Oh, come on. I love Taylor Swift.
I love Taylor Swift as well.
She doesn't look good here. She doesn't look good.
I mean, apparently, like Taylor, there was like, so before that as well. So Taylor Swift, Justin had showed up, was at their house.
Yep.
And this is a reference to that meeting where the two of them, her dragons, were at that. It was an intimidation tactic.
Yes.
And that was a follow-up text to be like, see, this is my circles. Don't fuck with them.
Yeah.
You met my dragons. Don't fuck with them. Which is like, what is going on?
And it's all over the rewriting of the rooftop scene, which wasn't that poignant.
And it's
like wasn't that amazing.
And again, this movie is so mid. It is so mid. Like it's not like we're making ultimately, if we're going to take away one thing from this is that art should just come out of you and be done. Do not fucking fight over it. Like just let it happen.
Yep.
Don't fucking needle and nitpick it because it will never come out good. Like if you're fighting it and there's just differences and stuff, leave the project. Just have it done or roll over and just have it be a job.
Yep.
Because the second you fight over it, it's only going to make it worse. And it's going to be this. It's going to be suing each other for $400 million. And it's just going to be a fucking pile of dog shit. And it's going to be more remembered for the drama.
Yeah.
Right? Or you just like let somebody just do it the way they want and at least somebody's happy.
Right.
And then it's that, And then it's that. And then you go make the thing you want, right? and then that's fine.
It's so clear that my opinion is that Ryan and Taylor enabled Blake and
right.
like built up her head to be like, you need to stand up for yourself. You need to do this.
Yes.
And like then Blake felt empowered to take over the movie. It's so clear that that is what she wanted to do.
Yes.
And it's like, why did you agree to do this movie then? If you weren't going to allow him to be the director and producer and he bought the rights to he's the reason it's happening.
Totally.
And he hired you.
So crazy. I will say this too, like with the news spinning out too, of like, you know, like first we weren't believing Blake.
Yes.
And then first we weren't believing Justin.
Yep.
And we weren't believing Blake.
Yeah.
If something did come out where like it was like damning of Justin again,
it would have happened by now.
I would be like, well, fuck Justin. Like literally,
You'll just give up on both.
I don't know these people.
Oh yeah,
they're all millionaires.
Yep.
Fuck them all. Like
yeah.
It's this is the type of people like I don't know these people. You know, I look at Justin. The man is incredibly handsome. Like, just good God, what is going on? So I want to hate him, right? And like, I look at him, I was like, well, yeah, like, he could be a piece of shit. Like, he could be. And he's out here being like, he's like out here fucking raging against domestic violence and calling men pigs and stuff like, all right, you better be
real deal.
This dude sounds like the real deal.
I know.
But all right, like we've seen that before, buddy.
I know.
All right, like all it takes is one bad visit to Subway, and you're Jared, buddy.
That's funny.
Like let's check that internet history, buddy.
Yeah.
What's your IP address say?
Ooh, yeah.
But
it's so crazy, and how the cast like all sided with Blake too.
Yeah. But I heard they're like the author is backing away from her now too.
Yeah, and she deactivated her Instagram, and allegedly Taylor Swift is also like distancing from Blake. It's like, ooh, this is not looking good.
Oh my gosh.
It's so crazy.
So how do you feel about all this?
What my therapist?
Yeah. What
full
team,
circle?
What team are you? What actually no? What does Jennifer Coolidge say about all
Oh
this?
no! Don't make Jennifer be a part of this.
What are you team? Are you team? It sounds like you're team Justin.
I don't want to pick a team.
Okay.
Really, I'm not team anyone for this because they both look bad. Even though Blake started it, it's so messy. And again, like you said, over a movie that was like we should be talking about the domestic violence and how to prevent that and what people can do and organizations they can go to. But instead we're talking about drama and looking at a call sheet. It's like so crazy.
It ends with us. It did not.
Also, the title is so ominous.
It did not end.
It's still going.
It actually keeps going.
We would actually like it to stop.
Please stop. For everybody's sake. Yeah, we were talking about that too. Of like my TikTok feed. And the reason, if you're wondering why I know about this stuff, my TikTok feed is fucked. My algorithm is so crazy.
How did you get into this?
Like, I don't know. I think I don't really know.
That's so funny.
I think I started liking like the comedic videos of it because I think I saw yours back in the day and I just started fed into the drama of it.
Yeah.
And now my TikTok feed is just a mix of all of the terrible Nazi shit happening in the world. And then every fifth video is just like, all right, Blake Lively did this. And I'm like, I don't want to know, man. Get out of here. I can't escape it. Like, I don't know what the algorithm has completely changed since it's gone. But speaking of change, we should probably come to closer to the end of the show here. This is something we usually end the show with. It's called Wild Opinions. And what it is Wild Opinions, an opinion that maybe you have that, it could be anything from, peanut butter is the best flavor, that internet addiction is good for you, that sort of thing that you have in life. And no, this is kind of on the spot.
No, I already have mine.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
What do you got?
If you own more than one pair of Crocs, jail time. You need to go to jail. And if you own one pair, probation. Crocs are hideous. I will never get on board, even though I'm a little jealous of the charms. The charms are kind of cute because you get to personify it.
They're not even called charms. They're called
what are they called?
They're called like glickies or something.
You clearly have Crocs.
I don't have Crocs.
You have Crocs.
I don't have Crocs, but they're like, yeah, I do know what you mean though. I've always been fascinated. They're like weird names. They're like, it's so gross. Yeah.
I think two two kinds of people are allowed to wear Crocs.
Okay.
Gardeners, because it makes sense. You like, it's like a garden shoe. It's like, it's waterproof. Water can get it. You know, it like makes sense. Nurses, because they're on their feet a lot. And,
Nurses.
And they're like helping. So I'll allow them to wear whatever they want. And third category is nurses who garden. That's it.
So it's like That's it.
Okay. Yeah, it's like a Venn diagram.
Venn diagram. So yeah.
Anyone else? So you really don't own Crocs? You're lying?
I don't own Crocs. You saw my shoes earlier.
You said that like someone who definitely no.
Hey babe, burn the Crocs.
Burn the Crocs.
Burn the Crocs.
What do you think about Crocs? I think they're so fucking hideous.
I think I used to hate them, but I've heard that they're so comfortable that I just don't judge them anymore.
Oh.
The movie Idiocracy, very famously, everybody wore them.
So good.
And
wait,
everybody wore them in the movie.
Idiocracy.
Yeah.
Am I thinking of the right movie?
Yeah, with Luke,
Dax Shepard
and Luke Wilson.
There was Crocs back then?
Yeah, they were just coming out.
Whoa.
They were just coming out. And
when was that movie made?
Like early 2000s or something like that.
Wow.
They were wearing them, and people they were looking for the dumbest looking shoes.
Yep.
And Crocs were like, yeah, take them. Or like, and it actually ended up helping them spread awareness about them somehow.
I don't know who is running their PR, but they're really good.
It worked,
They've
apparently.
tricked so many people into wearing these hideous shoes.
You'll never catch me in them.
Okay.
Never. You never.
Uggs are also on my shit list, but Crocs are number one.
You'll never catch me in some Uggs.
Okay, good.
For sure.
They're called Uggs for a reason. They're fucking ugly.
I feel like Uggs is a different reason just because I grew up with like women who just like, that's like, speaking of pumpkin spice.
Oh,
that's
yes.
That's that. There's that person who's
sweater
like,
weather.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
What are we? You're just becoming a stereotype sort of thing, right? And no, I will never. You never catch me in some Uggs.
Okay.
But that said,
me either.
How would you react if somebody gave you some Uggs?
Throw them in their face.
Just like Christmas Day.
Well, I would.
Happy Valentine's Day.
My first thought
Leah.
would be like, you don't know me. You don't know me.
Okay.
Everyone in my life knows that I hate Crocs.
How vitriolic and vocal are you?
I'm very passionate about it.
You just like walk by the Crocs store. You're like, fuck you.
Like, yeah. I just think they're so ugly.
What are the charms called? I thought
they were called like Charmies or something. Yeah, look it up. We must know. Glickies? And there's like Croc heels. I'm like, what?
Gibbets.
Even the word is
gibbets is
nauseating.
The thing that you take off of like
chicken, giblets.
Chicken, yeah. They're chicken gibbets.
Gibbets. Ew.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
No.
But people love to accessorize.
I get the customization appeal. I would love to like customize my like Gucci flats.
Yeah.
Or like something like that. But I don't know, Crocs, I'll never get on board.
Yeah.
If you catch me ever wearing Crocs, something is wrong and you need to call like for help.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's your sign.
Like I'm being like held hostage.
That's your sign.
Yes.
So that's the first thing you get.
Yes.
You're like,
Leah's not well.
Okay, like then that's a sign like you're held against your will.
Yes.
You're like, hey Leah, everything's fine. You're like, no, everything's great.
Everything's good. Look at my shoes.
Hey, I noticed you're wearing Crocs.
No, everything's good.
So wait, are you and you're wearing that floral shirt? Is that Blake Lively?
Yes, she's my best friend. She's not holding a gun to my head.
That's crazy. Okay, hypothetical scenario.
Okay, I love this.
How much money would if someone paid you?
Oh.
If Crocs paid you.
Oh shit. That would be a good brand deal because I was so passionate about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
$1 million.
Okay, you're basically asking me what is the price of my integrity? Like $20? No, wow, realistically.
$20.
So am I like the face of it or I just have to wear them once?
You wear them, let's say you wear them every time you perform.
Ooh.
In Vegas.
Ew.
During your residency.
I can't.
While you lay on a piano.
I can't. 20 million.
20 million.
Yeah, and even that feels low.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's
and I hate even saying a number because.
For realistically, what would it cost for you to wear them just like the same as any other shoe?
Am I being photographed?
No. Just
no evidence.
Just to have them, but you have to wear them at least like twice a week.
Ew. For the rest of my life?
I guess. Or until they break apart, I guess.
This is horrible.
How much money? Like how much would they have to give you to do it?
Who's they?
Crocs and the deep state.
Wow, they probably are
Which is
working
the same
together.
thing.
Yeah. Twice a week, every week,
Yeah.
out and about.
No, I mean like to get the mail, just like to putt around the house, which is what they're for.
This is really upsetting.
So they're just shoes.
No,
They're just
it's
shoes.
bigger than shoes.
I mean, like they are
it's
ugly.
conformity. It's
They're yeah. I mean, like it's weird how they have infected our society.
infected is a good word.
It's
Yeah.
They have infected our society, and we have grown accustomed to them.
Yeah.
I'm not rebelling against them anymore.
Aliens or like people in the history or the future, I don't know. They're looking at us like, what?
Sometimes they're kind of like quirky cool. Like you like throw them, like you maybe like you wear them like, you wear them up like
They
this.
got you.
Yeah.
They got you.
You can wear them with some high rises.
They
and you wear them
sucked you in.
you put them on some suspenders on.
This is the first sign.
And you like, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm going to see you in Crocs like next week.
well, Leah, here you go. I bring you.
You don't know me. Bye.
How much?
Oh, I thought I would get away with not answering.
Like real? Okay, 100,000
for the rest of my life?
until the shoes break down.
Adam.
It's
This is so
$1 million.
upsetting. Okay, I'll say the same number, 20 million.
20 million.
Yes.
It's just to wear around the house. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Crocs, come out.
Because it's
come
a
at her.
slippery slope. You wear them around the house.
She makes videos for 8 million views. $20 million is not that much. Guys.
I'll wear Crocs
for your
20 million.
for your bottom line. $20 million
Are
for
you gonna,
8 million views.
Are you gonna start a GoFundMe for 20 million to get
for
me
your
to wear Crocs?
Let's do it, guys. Hey, that was wild. Hey, Wild Things. Let's raise $20 million for Leah to wear Crocs.
There's a lot going on in the world, but this is a very important mission.
Also,
I
I
have
guess-
an alcohol line and a hair care line.
Flowers. I guess we could donate some to domestic violence victims.
Or whatever.
But anyways, thank you so much for coming on
Thanks
the show.
for having me.
We really appreciate it. Where can people find you?
Find me on Instagram and Venmo at Leah Knauer. LEAHKNAUER. And TikTok.
You're okay. You're
and
doing the
TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah.
For anybody that hasn't deleted the app, shout out you unfortunate fools that deleted the app in America and are looking to buy an iPhone.
Okay, wait. I did delete it. I deleted it and then it came back 12 hours later, but I got it back.
You got
I don't know if I'm legally allowed to say how I got it back, but
you got it back.
I got it back.
Nice.
Download a VPN.
Oh, you were able to download it through
Download
a VPN?
a VPN, change your country to UK or Canada, re-download it.
Oh,
I got it back.
you were able to,
I was really, really upset for like a week.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I didn't think you could re-download. That's a good
I
idea.
didn't think you could
Through
either.
the
It was
App Store.
easier than I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, just change your country on the App Store.
People are buying $1,000 iPhones. You idiots.
I know.
Wow. Fucking wow, crazy. Okay, well, you can follow me at, thank you so much for coming on the show. You can follow me at Adam R. Mack for weekly sketches and clips of this pod at That Was Wild Pod. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Let's hear your wild stories. What do you think? Are you Team Justin or Team Flowers?
Or Team Crocs.
Are you Team Dragon or Team Kanye? Everybody, we look down the barrel at the end of the show. We look down the barrel of that camera right there and say that was wild on the count of 3.
Okay.
You ready? Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Super, super fun. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
That was wild.
It's time to get wild.